Hello there. Well, it's been a while, a long while, in fact, and a lot has happened. I have passed my advanced exam, and I'm waiting my. I'm looking at the mic because that's where I'm talking. Okay, and I'm awaiting my full call sign as usual. It has been 5, 6 days. Okay, so where to begin? The full exam or the advanced exam for the full license is hard, without a shadow of a doubt. On my course, let's just summarize. I think we started in December and it's now July, so effectively we did, I was going to say, a couple of hours on a Sunday for 7 months, which progressed the last few months to um, two lots on a Tuesday and a Sunday. And I was originally starting out reading about an hour a day on the book and studying, and then progressed to 3 hours a day. And on my last week, I did 20 hours of revision 2 days prior for the test. The penultimate day, I did over 10 hours studying mock papers and working out where I was weak and stuff. So I passed, and I'm really pleased. And yeah, definitely like to thank Ed at the club, brilliant, and everyone else at the club, which is the Kettering and District Amateur Radio Club, brilliant. I'm very pleased. So yeah, I'm waiting for my call sign, and then I can just get stuck in. I want to do Morse next. Some people refer to it as CW, but that will be a little bit silly. Morse. So I started yesterday. And I've thrown myself in the deep end because there is a course going on, Morse course, but they've been quite a few weeks into it. So yeah, so I'm doing my usual obsessive stuff and working my way through that. And if I can, excuse me, if I can find out, I've suppose I've done about 15 letters, and I'm trying to work my way through them. I'm not looking at the camera because I need to find my notes. These are all my notes. But what I have found, and it's I can get one that's not, look at the camera occasionally. If I can get one that's not, if I can show you this, let's see if I can go up here. Hopefully you can look at it and see. Yeah, it's all coming together, isn't it? Hopefully it won't be back to front. But what that shows, it shows you the das and the dits and the direction and the corresponding character for the if you go and dit, that'd be E. So yeah, da would be T, and so on. It goes through, and that's a great little learning aid actually. So I've set myself a high standard, worked my way through all the dots and all the dashes, trying to catch up with the guys. I think they're a little bit further, but it does cover quite a few of them. And yeah, I'm currently got my player. Concentrate now. I got my player to 12 words per minute, but with extended spacing. And yeah, it's hard. But yeah, all the time in the world to do that. I notice my mic's a bit high, so I'll just reduce that a little bit. Okay, so my full exam. I think I should share some of my experiences with it, especially in certain areas. There were areas on the exam where you should really should know, like the licensing conditions. That's a good start. Licensing conditions, and the other one which covers quite a few is transmitters and receivers. Yeah. But we'll go for all of that. I think it's important actually for someone thinking about going for the full license. I will start a video series going through what to go for. Just break down on the book and things like that. I'm certainly no expert, but I've been studying that goddamn book for 7 months. So yeah, so I don't know it in and out, but I know I know how tricky the questions are, and yeah, that's the thing. At intermediate, at foundation, they're simple questions. Intermediate, they get to a level where they will be right answers in the multiple choice, and you have to pick the most correct right answer. When you get to full, it is amazing. There's some of the questions you will look at and go, poof. I'm sure there are some clever people amongst us who will breeze through it and get a very good score. And then there are the rest of us that have to study for it. And I personally think that the full exam, not just to pass the exam, obviously it's important, but the full is to fully understand what you can do and what you can't do. It's it's like a crash course in electronics at a very simple level, so you can start building your own stuff, because that's one of the perks of it. Also, it gets you to a level where you can pass on your knowledge and help with training at clubs and stuff like that. So do expect a high standard. I was told, I'm sure you might get a little bit of feedback from other amateur radios in other countries, but the British full exam, the advanced exam for the full license, is one of the hardest, if not the hardest exam out of all the exams for all the countries. So I'm certainly not surprised. It was a lot of studying. So very pleased about that. What else? I bought some kit, which I'll have to go through in another video. This is only a little update video, just to say that I have survived. You might notice as I've lost a tooth. I'm lisping a little, but that will be replaced with lots of pain in a few days. That's great. Hopefully by then I'll have my call sign, so I'll do another video, and then I will discuss my experiences for the full exam, which I think is important, because I don't think many people are going for it. It's quite surprising. I think I was told that I'm leaning forward for another long chat. Yeah, I was told that there was thousands will take the foundation, but I think in the last year 250 maybe have taken the full exam, and there's a 50-50 pass-fail rate on it. So yeah, that's a big difference there. So hopefully more people will take the full, because that's that was my aim in it, was to get licensed up completely as quick as possible, and I did it in 10 months, which is quite a surprise. I think the thing about the full exam is it's like 103 pages. There's a new one coming out for the new exam in November, which I think is coming out for November, but it's around 103 pages, and you think, not much. The foundation was 20 odd, intermediate was probably 60. So yeah, it's not much more, but the level of detail it goes into, and what you're expected to know. But it's very good, so we'll cover that. I think it's rambling here, because it's it's getting late. I thought I'll definitely do a video before retiring to bed, and just to keep you all updated, and to also say that I'll be sharing my experiences on the full. I'll go over the equipment I got and the reasons for getting the equipment. And some of the issues that I'm having with trying to get the repeaters to go from a radio in the car. We'll discuss it all, and what aerial to get. I really don't know. I think I'm gonna get. I think I know what I'm going to get. I'm not going to say. I'll take my phone out once I've got it all set up. It'll only be temporary, because there's 2 possible locations for the setup of my shack. and it depends if I can get an adjustable height table that's quite narrow, then I can fit it into the utility room, or else I shall be getting a little shed and squeezing it between the shed and removing part or all of some 20 odd foot conifers. Yeah, it's very interesting. Aerials are mind melt. They're yeah, it's amazing. The differences. GL5Vs, end-fed, long wires. There's this excellent book called Stealth Antennas, which you can get from, I think you can read online at the RSGB. Just search for stealth antennas. It's amazing the things that someone's done. I think it's just for CW. Has done a little antenna and he's folded it in a page, which I think is very good. Yeah, and there's a nice sneaky one which will sit just above the level of the grass, which is a long wire, which is quite interesting. You're supposed to get some reasonably good coverage with that. I might get myself a kit. I've been talking, especially with the CW, and I'll probably do a couple of videos on that actually, on how to put it together. I think it's been suggested it takes about 10 hours to put it all together. So yeah, we'll see on that. And I'll go through the other bits and bobs, the support stuff. I've got our antenna analyzer, which we'll go through. Got myself a nice SWAR meter and bits and bobs. HF radio, which we'll go into at a later date. 50 amp power supply, which I think is quite essential, so you don't have to worry about it. And I would personally go for a new power supply. I had some bad experiences with ordering a power supply on eBay, and let's just say it didn't work. And it involved a flare-up of a couple of resistors that went across my face. When they go bang and they flare up, it's a shock to the system, I can tell you. Yep. What else? Yep, so we covered Morse, the factor passed. I'm still waiting for callsign. And yeah, I've been trying to get around to people's shacks, because I think that it's quite interesting. There's one guy, M7PLO, Paul. I went around to his shack, and that's yeah, nice and cozy, home from home. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, he spends many hours in there. So yeah, if you hear him online, you know he has a wonderful shack. Let's see. I think that's about it for now. Yeah, I think another one of my aims is to maybe do a little bit of teaching as well. So yeah, pass on the knowledge. Hopefully I can express myself well enough once I get my missing tooth fitted. And we'll be that has been a bloody nightmare. Yeah, I knocked my tooth out. Did I say? Probably haven't done a video for quite a while. Yawning and sneezing while asleep. I'm assuming I did both. Yeah, punched myself in the mouth and knocked the tooth out. Well, eventually it popped out. Then the dentist, the original dentist I went to, this is bitter story. The original dentist I went to, they hummed and hawed. It was delay after delay, cancellation after cancellation on their part, because they didn't actually have any dentist there. They'd all left. So what a nightmare that is. So yes, I had to go move across to another dentist, and I've been waiting there, and there was a delay because I'm going to have a denture fitted at the top, partial teethy one, and yeah, so I go and they're all prepared for the big day, and yeah, didn't have it. So I had to then have the mouldings done, and if you ever have a moulding done, that's a horrible experience. And yep, and then had to wait another month. So that will happen in a few days. It's also my birthday in a few weeks, and I will be 54. Some people say I actually look older, and I had my eyes tested recently, Chiching. And yeah, and I think they gave them to me free because they thought I was over 65. So I just took it on the chin and kept quiet. I thought that's 20 odd pounds saved as a pensioner. I'm not a pensioner. Yeah, so that's it. That's my rambling done. If you managed to survive to here, well done to you. And yeah, I will have more videos focusing on the advanced exam. I think it should be daunting because any exam it shouldn't be easy. I mean, it should challenge you. But if you can put the work in, if you can do an hour a day, it has to be an hour a day, and there are ways of testing yourself after that hour, so you maybe remember it a bit more, a bit better. Try and sort of, instead of just reading, putting it down, because you only remember 5 or 10% of it. Try and do some test or questions with a friend or a club. Just go through it, and that bit only has to be once a week, and it will stick in. And yeah, 6 months to a year, depending on how much you want to put into it, and then you'll have your full license. I mean, it's not that easy. You still have to do the exam. And out of 62 questions, you get 2 hours. And to be perfectly honest, when you've got less than 2 minutes per question, and it can take a while to decipher what they actually want from you. Even though you have 4 possible answers and the question, it can be quite confusing. So we'll go over a few questions, and yeah, and it's understanding. And I might do some maths as well that will definitely help you. There's I noticed that recently at the RSGB they have put a little paper on there which will help you using a calculator. But there is another paper which we shall go through as well. I haven't got it with me, but I won't go into details. So we'll just go over that. It's important to be comfortable with your calculator, because then you can just do the calculations really quickly. There are certain, at the end of your study, there are certain formulas that I think you remember for the rest of your life. Resonant frequency, there's another one. I'm not going to say what it is because you'll have to study it yourself. But there are formulas that you will remember the rest of your life, which is good. And in a way, if you're honest with yourself, I think once you never finish studying, it's a great hobby to be in, because once you pass your full, it doesn't mean you know everything. It certainly doesn't. It means you've got, as I described it to a friend, you've got the foundation there, which is a bit peculiar because it's the same as foundation, intermediate and full. But after the full, you've only got your foundation, which will then help you progress forward. So yeah, I think you're learning something new every day. It's a wonderful hobby, and the antennas part of it is its own science. It's bizarre how a piece of wire can work. Yeah, so I think there's at some point I'll be making either a 9-to-1 Unen or a Balun or whatever, and I'll video making it, and we'll go through the progress, what to do, what not to do there. I'm sure there'll be some little gotchas that I'll experience and I'll pass on. Yeah, and this kit should be quite interesting. And I think I probably waffled on enough, actually. So, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you're having fun. I had a lot of fun over the last 4 months. However, it took over my life, and my partner Dee is so pleased that I've done it, because it was taking over, especially the last few days. Anyway, have fun, and I will hopefully catch you on the air. I've only got a little radio in the car set up. As I said, I'm not hurrying with the shack. It'll be an ongoing experience. Lots of things to discuss. I think I know where I'm going to put the aerials, and I think I know what aerial I'm going to get, and I might set one up as a first attempt, because they're not overly expensive. Yeah, we'll take it from there. We'll see what we get. I'm hoping I can cover at least 40 to 10 meters comfortably at a reasonable SWAR. I've got an automatic antenna matching unit, but we will see. We will see on what the SWAR is, and we'll go through the analyzer. So I'll take my little camera outside. Yeah, and we'll have some fun then when it get going. The weather here has been quite rainy the last few days, which is typical, because when I set my radio in the car, yeah, it was just thunder and lightning. So I set it up and then took the aerial off. I thought, yeah, it won't do that. All right then, thank you again. I've waffled on enough. Loads of videos to come. Have fun, and 73s, and I'll hopefully catch you on the air soon. Okay, I'm going to press the off button. Honestly, I will finish. Goodbye.